Okay, guys, I'm going to do one more example here where we can kind of write out another net ionic equation, and then I'll post an assignment for you guys to do. And I would highly suggest that you do the assignment where you write it out on notebook paper later on. And there are so few of you that I can make comments on each one of yours. If you don't feel like you're doing it right, I can easily just give you feedback on it right away. Okay, so lithium sulfate and barium chloride. So again, what we said is one of the first steps we have to do is decide what the ions are, and then we're going to do kind of a swap. Okay, so I'm going to separate these out because if there's solutions at the beginning, they're just going to be pairs of ions. So the first step is kind of separating everything out. So I know lithium is Li plus, sulfate is SO4, 2 minus, barium is Ba, 2 plus, and chloride is Cl minus. Okay, so I know that my combinations are going to be inside outside. Again, so sulfate and barium or lithium and chloride. Oh my gosh, the focus on this I'm sure is driving you more crazy than it is me, so I'm very sorry about this. Also, red and pink. What choice was that with colors? Anyways, so I want to decide which of these is going to be the solid component. Is it going to be lithium and chloride, or is it going to be barium and sulfate? So you can decide which combination is going to work and which one isn't. So group 1A, lithium, is always soluble with no exceptions. Okay, and halides are usually soluble. So lithium chloride is probably soluble. Okay, and I know that sulfates are usually soluble, but that was one of those goofy exceptions that kept crashing my computer. So sulfates are soluble except with calcium, strontium, barium, silver, and lead. Okay, so this one is not soluble. Barium sulfate is not soluble. So which one do we write with the S after it on the right side of the equation? Well, it's the one that does not dissolve. It's the one that turns into a solid. So barium sulfate is going to be the solid. So Ba is a 2 plus, sulfate is a 2 minus, so it's just BaSO4, and that's going to be solid. But that means that I also have lithium and chloride ions. Since these are soluble, they're just staying separated. So I'm going to write this as Li plus and still Cl minus over here. Okay, almost off the page, but not quite. Okay, and remember that the last step on these, the last step is deciding what I should cross off. Okay, what are the things that did not participate in the reaction? They were just spectators. So in this case, it was the things lithium and chloride appear the same way. So you're always, again, crossing off either the inside or the outside. And the way that I'm going to write this one is SO4, 2 minus, plus Ba, 2 plus, reacts to form barium sulfate. And I'm going to label that as a solid. Okay? And again, I chose an example where it's just a 1 to 1 to 1 balance. Okay? I can always work out some more examples if we're still getting stuck, but I'll post these all together.